Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned and I'm not gonna lie to you. This video may sound a tad bit preachy. But and I know I don't like to get a tad bit political. This isn't really that much political. It's just mostly me speaking to my current generation and to those who will listen. So please hear me out. I've been noticing that a lot of people tend to think, what can my government give to me? What can they help me with? And I want you to understand, your government is not here to exactly help you. Your government is here to enforce the laws and to make sure your economy stays as good as it can possibly get. And my current generation especially believe that the government is supposed to hand out free stuff, to give you free money, and I cannot stand that. There was this old, I don't know what you would call it, but I'm be like a little story, right? There is this man, a leadership figure. He said, would you rather you help yourself now or you take the suffer now so your children will have it easier for the future? And of course, like any parent, like any rational adult, some people said, I would like to have it easier now. But you don't understand the ramifications that your children will suffer in the future because of that. And one other person stood up and they said, I'd rather take my suffering now so my children can have it better in their future. And of course, your children will have to take some suffering so that way their children can have it easier. The point I'm trying to make is, a lot of people have become so dependent on their government that it's really sad to see that you are not willing to really put in the extra hard work for what you need, for what you earned, right? And I'm gonna go into a little bit religious here, and for those who don't want to hear it, you can possibly skip past if you want, but if you do want to hear it, this is why I started getting a little bit into the religion. I'm not very religious myself, but a lot of people start praying to God of things that they want. And while some people say, oh, you got the thing, God helped you with that, that is not me personally. I believe that yes, sometimes he may sprinkle in a little help. Sometimes he may do things for you here and there, but I cannot stand when people would use their religion to pray for things that they want and not put in the work for it. You have to understand, right? My deep thought under this is that he doesn't help you at all. When you put in all the work, when you do what you need done, and he somewhat shows a path, then you take it. You know, he's not going to actually give you what you want. You have to work for it. You have to make the right decisions. You have to do what needs to be done. It's like our government. They're not going to show you the path of taking it unless you give them everything. Which is why I somewhat agree with the concept of the religious thing I was speaking on earlier, where he isn't going to do anything for you. All these decisions are yours to make. So you have no one else to blame but yourself. Any bad decision you make, you have learned from. Somebody else didn't make the decision and it ended terribly for you. You made that decision. This is your choice. You have to take the payback or the good that comes with it. You should not rely on a government or anything else for that matter for your economic, religious, whatever, anything. You should not rely on that one thing far too much. And I've been noticing that that's the path a lot of people want to take currently, and it's really, really sad the fact that people do not want to take responsibility for the choices that they make. I've seen a lot of people wanted to vote for Joe Biden because they thought he's going to take away some of that student debt. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not a good thing, because where is he getting this money from? You're not learning from your mistake. The reason I said I kind of didn't want to go to college is because I didn't want to be $100,000 in debt, or a couple $25,000 in debt at least. I didn't want to take on that huge debt, so I decided I'm going for the workforce. I will work hard now to suffer now, so that way my children who will come next will have that opportunity, will get that chance, who understands that you suffered now, let me take forward. And of course, some of you may say, well, why aren't you taking that opportunity? Because my family recently just got out of the terrible financial self it is, because I look at my home currently and I'm realizing, yes, I have it better than most other people, and I should take full advantage of the opportunities, and I am, but I am also trying to think rationally and to work myself up instead of willingly taking a chance where I have a slim chance. Just because you go to a college don't mean you are owed a job. And a lot of people tend to forget this. Do not rely on someone so much so to the point where their decision can ruin your life. That's all I want to say now, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, until then, peace.
Quiet night.